You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. I don't know how that song goes. Kenny Rogers, Kenny Rogers Roasters. I'm gonna turn this thing. Got this poker table here. Let me turn this thing around. It's day 735 of pushing people out of darkness and depression. Thought I'd come down here to this poker table and kind of give you a little. My message today is on attitude, and I was thinking I've actually tagged all men in this post, and you can untag if you want, and if you don't want me to tag you, it's okay. I understand. But today's message is attitude. I've been thinking a lot about attitude today, and most of the new year, and how this weekend we had the Ronda Rousey fight, and what an amazing athlete. But I think her mental part of coming into the fight was probably suspect. And so, when we talk about attitude, everything is about attitude. I'm not a gambler, and that's why I showed you this table. I'm not a gambler, but I know to be a good gambler, you've got to have just an amazing attitude. So I don't have that attitude to be a gambler, but I could probably learn how to do it. There's a lot of people out there. There's people I've tagged, cops and marketers and people that deal with different types of things. To be good at anything, or to be good at anything, I think you have to have a good attitude. And what does that have to do with darkness and depression? Well, it has everything to do with darkness and depression. We sometimes find ourselves so depressed and so dark that we can't see the forest through the trees. And maybe what you can do, if it's one of you or it's somebody that's, if someone's in crisis that's watching, or someone that's going out to help, or making that little phone call or knocking on a door or just checking on somebody and seeing how they're doing to save them. Maybe use some examples of good attitude. There's great attitudes in sports, in politics. I mean, look at the attitude that our current president-elect has. An amazing attitude. You could either be good or bad, or however you feel about him. His attitude has carried him through this and brought him to the highest position in the land. And then we could talk about Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. Lost a lot, missed a lot of shots, but the attitude he had to continue on was amazing. Muhammad Ali, when I was a kid, beat Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston was a monster. Sonny Liston should have killed Muhammad Ali or Cassius Clay at the time. And so, anyway, it has everything to do with darkness and depression. Have some examples ready when you talk to people in your tool chest, because I think that people can identify with different things. People can identify with people with attitudes and good attitudes, and we can have poor attitudes. It's okay. We can have a pity party from time to time. We're human. But as you reach out to people and as you talk to people, please maybe think about that attitude and what kind of attitude that you can give them some examples of how good their attitude has been in certain situations. They just may be down on their luck or down on something. So today's message is attitude, and you got to know when to hold up and know when to fold up, but you also got to know when to go after somebody that might be in crisis, or somebody you haven't talked to for a while that somebody might need you. And so again, day 735 of pulling people out of darkness and depression. And I'm going to do my push-ups on this poker table. Here we go. You got to know when to whatever. I don't sing very well. Can't even carry a tune anywhere. 31 words in the Pledge of Allegiance. Don't forget to reach out. Tell the vets how much we love them. Law enforcement, fire,